Hello and welcome to this video. This video is going to be maybe a little bit shorter than some of my others. It's more of a video, kind of like a show and tell, and kind of a little bit of an explanation of some of my intentions, some questions that have been asked and things like that. So first, this early in the new year, my wife and I traveled to my hometown in southwest Colorado. The town's name is Gunnison, and it's near a ski town, Crested Butte, if some people have heard of that place. Anyway, it's a pretty fun place. It's really cold there, although it doesn't feel that cold because it's sunny quite often, almost every day, basically every day. And previous year we were there, my brother and I did this trick where we threw boiling water into the air because it was like, I think it was minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and it makes the water just turn into like mist. So, I'll be showing footage of that, hopefully.
Ready?
Yep.
Whoa! I don't know what I'm doing. Here it goes.
That's amazing.
The other thing is, while I was there, I asked my dad if he would, because my dad has more tools than I do. Okay. So, while my dad has more tools than I do, particularly like drill bits, so I asked him to set aside some wood so I could drill out some wood to make some flutes out of wood. Way back when I was in high school, I tried to make a flute out of wood. One, I didn't know how to play a flute, which is probably a big part of my problem. So when I tried to play it, it didn't work. The other thing is, I didn't remotely know how to make. I knew there needed to be a hole, and then a main hole here, and then smaller holes. I tried to make a transverse flute. It totally didn't work. So it's kind of funny that I'm making them so much now. But anyway, this, which I held up to show you what a flute looks like, is our first attempt at drilling a hole through. The problem with drilling a hole through wood is the drill bit can kind of want to wander, and that happened with this one here. So I started with a pretty large section of wood. It was actually quite a bit bigger than this, and drilled in it, and you can see how it's very thin right here. The drill bit punched out the edge, so it came in like this and then turned that way. So I was grateful that with this one, this was the full length of the piece of wood. This one also started out bigger, and then I shaped it down using an axe, a draw knife, and then a block plane to get it to be this pretty round shape. So typically, since the drill bit wants to wander like that, typically if somebody's going to make a wooden flute or whatever, they'll use a lathe. And so, it'll be spinning like this. They'll make a cylinder shape or whatever, and then a drill bit comes in through the the tail stock, I guess, and drills a perfect hole. And then usually you come in with a reamer, which, if you don't know what that is, it's like a sort of like a drill bit, but it makes the hole more precise. So like if you need a really tight fit, you can drill a hole, then use a reamer to make that fit really, really precise. Or in the case of flutes, you can have a reamer that's shaped a certain shape. So sometimes they're like just straight taper. Like for a flute, you could have it like a long, gradual kind of curve. That would be fun, but that's like a lot of tools and money to get those tools and stuff. So I'm really grateful how well this one was able to get drilled out. One interesting thing about this wood, and my dad picked it out because it rings pretty well, kind of like a marimba. And this is the thing my grandpa told me. If you take like something like this piece of wood, or even like a metal pipe, and you hold it like this, and then you tap it. See how it's kind of dead? Then you let it slide, and you keep tapping it. And then when you hear it ring the best, you stop. Like if I kept going, see, it doesn't ring very well anymore. So like right around here, it rings really well. So if you were gonna make like wind chimes with this, that's where you drill the hole. Or if you're making like a marimba, that it can be supported right there. Anyway, thought you might find that interesting. So this one, I went ahead and tried to put some holes in it, which was a good learning experience because there was a lot of tear out that I had to fix with glue. There you can kind of see. It's so hard to play. Both of these are so hard to play because the bore is really tiny. That's what the reamer would work really well for, is enlarging that. But let me just see if I can give it a sound. So I didn't work very hard at putting the holes in the right place. I just had fun. Because it's already, look at it, it's totally janked, but whatever. This one I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. Anyway, there's the sound with that one. This one's even harder to play than the other one, and it'd probably help if I like sanded out the inside of the bore and stuff. Anyway, so that's one thing I wanted to show. The other thing I want to show is this, which is a bag of horsehair. So my mom, I asked my family for horsehair for Christmas because I want to make a paintbrush for my ink paintings. This is about, I have one just slightly bigger but this is about the biggest brush I have. And I want one that's big. So my mom knows a lady who, my hometown is kind of like a ranching town, and so she knows a lady who has horses, and my mom asked the lady, hey, do you know somewhere where I could buy horsehair? And the lady said, I can just get some for you. So this lady is like a cowgirl or a cowboy. She like actually takes care of cattle, brands them, and everything like that. Anyway, she was able to cut hair from some horses, and this one is from a mule. But I'm super excited to try to make a brush out of them. This one's a little bit softer, and these ones are much coarser. It's pretty long, and so I'll have to figure it out how to do it, but because I want it to be, if I could get it like that big around, that would be so cool. As it is, it's still pretty big, but I have all this extra length, so I mean, of course it's not going to be some professional paintbrush, but it'll be fun and it'll be something to play with. So I'm really excited about that, and hopefully there'll be a video of that to come sometime in the future. Who knows how soon I'll get to it. So that's pretty exciting. The last thing I want to talk about, some of the things like, I know many of you enjoy or here for the fingerboard videos, which I do have other fingerboard ideas that I'm trying to work on, although I still always want to do other stuff like the flutes and just things that I care about, because that's why I make the videos, is because it's stuff that I believe in and care about. and I care about more than just one thing. Anyway, so the other thing, like a lot of times people ask me about like the way I look or dress in my videos, and I just wanted to kind of answer the question for everyone. I just like kind of everything, and you can see it in the kind of videos I make. This obscure, old, and this is based off an old Japanese flute. I made that mask in a recent video. All these weird random things are really interesting to me. Same with clothes. And I think that, like for me, I don't want to live by like these strict rules of what I'm supposed to wear. And so I understand there's certain contexts where wearing a certain thing is really important. Like if you went to court, you should wear like a suit or something. Or if you went to a funeral, you should dress conservatively for that. But it's fun. There's so many interesting things for style and clothing out there in the world that, to me, it seems like completely bizarre to just limit yourself to this same like really narrow world of clothes. If you're not into it, that's fine by me. I mean, you can wear what you want. I don't care. But I like having fun wearing different stuff. And it's not like a weird thing. It's just I like different stuff. And if you think about it, normal men's clothes has been restricted down so narrow. Like when I was a kid, it was like, oh, you can't wear pink because that's a girl's color. It's a color. How can a color be? Anyway, I'm getting on my soapbox. But my point is that's the answer to the question. I just like to wear unique things. I just like to, if I see something and I think it's cool, I want to try it. I don't want to think, well, should I because I'm a boy or whatever, all this crap. Anyway, I hope that that was semi-coherent. Let me just check real quick if I have anything else that I want to say. Oh yeah. I appreciate the comments and support, and also I get a lot of questions or suggestions to do ASMR. I don't really know that much how to do that. I think I'd probably need a better microphone setup, and it's just not way what I'm interested in. So I have tons of ideas of stuff that I don't have time for already. So sorry, I'm probably not going to do strictly like specifically ASMR type videos. And so I guess that's all. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please consider checking out some of my other videos. Bye.